Germany is struggling. Over the last few years, things have come to such a pass that Europe's biggest economy is contracting. It's not just the manufacturing sector which is struggling. The problem is systemic. Recently, Christian Sewing, the CEO of Deutsche Bank, urged Germans to work harder to help restore the country's economy, which is at the brink of bigger problems if the trend is not reversed soon enough. At a banking summit in Frankfurt, he said, and I quote, "Investors are already doubting our ability to reform, but especially our ability and our will to perform. More growth in Germany will come only if we also change our attitude to work, if we are prepared to work differently, but overall to work more and harder." Sewing also argued that Germany should embrace longer work weeks, with an average of more than 28 hours per week. Recent news reports of German car maker Volkswagen weighing whether to close factories in Germany, for the first time in its 87-year history, has added to the panic in the market. The auto company has been dealing with high manufacturing costs and rising competition from China's EV makers. The development highlighted how manufacturing, which was once the cornerstone of the German economy, is facing troubles and new challenges. Let's talk about the contraction first. The German economy unexpectedly contracted in the second quarter after skirting a recession at the beginning of the year. Germany's gross domestic product contracted by 0.1% in the second quarter compared with the previous three-month period. Analysts polled by Reuters had forecast a 0.1% quarter-on-quarter increase in adjusted terms, following 0.2% economic growth in the first quarter. Germany was the worst-performing major economy last year, with gross domestic product contracting by 0.3%. The country came close to recession at the start of 2024 due to a combination of cyclical and structural headwinds. So why is this happening? COVID-19 pandemic and Russia-Ukraine war exposed deep cracks in the flagship economy of the Eurozone. While the country was still grappling with post-pandemic effects of high inflation and mass layoffs, war in Ukraine brought its manufacturing industry and export powerhouse to almost a standstill. Germany was heavily dependent on Russia for natural gas, on which its globally acclaimed auto, manufacturing and glass industry runs on. These industries primarily powered German exports and the German economy. Lack of cheap supply of natural gas and lack of alternatives has prompted many flagship manufacturing companies to move their plants outside Germany. Experts call this trend deindustrialization of the country. As per recent survey by Deloitte, 2 and 3 German companies have already moved their prime operations outside the country amid the energy chaos. Last but not the least, the immigration crisis. This slowdown at companies is raising unemployment and decreasing consumer spending. What has also become a problem for the economy is the mass refugee crisis. Germany has become the third largest refugee hosting country in the world and largest in the EU, according to the UN Refugee Agency. Presently, out of the 2.5 million refugees in the country, more than 1 million are from Ukraine alone. This is also causing social unrest amongst the population.